Hi everybody! I'm going to be doing my August monthly spread in my Erin Condren planner. I'm using a kit from Cricut Paper Co. That first page and the second page are the monthly kit, and this third and fourth page are from the matching notes kit for August. So I'm starting by taking off this tassel from Hot Pink Fluff because it just kind of gets in the way when I try to fold the pages back. And as you can see, I have not a whole lot going on for the month of August other than my mom's birthday. So a lot of the planning is just going to be the basic laydown of the stickers, but there's not a whole lot of events happening yet. That usually gets filled in later. This is actually my first plan with me on camera for my monthly spread, and it's my second only monthly spread in the Erin Condren, so I'm still figuring out how to lay the stickers down and in what order. One of the things that I'm having trouble with, as you can see, and I know a lot of people did in the beginning, is trying to figure out how to get that top banner lined up correctly so that it's not too far over or too far down and covering up parts of the month that it shouldn't. So I started by doing what I thought was the easiest, which was covering up the days of the month that are not part of August. So those first 3 days in the calendar are actually from July. So I'm covering them up with the extra sticker paper there. And now I'm using that straight line at the very top to lay down this top banner for August. So I can make sure that there's enough of a margin on the left side. What I like about this paper is that it's a matte vinyl removable sticker paper, and so there's, as you'll see in this video, there's a whole lot of repositioning as I'm trying to get things straight, as I make mistakes and have to peel it up and redo it. Now on the right side, I'm running into that same problem where I don't really have a straight edge to line this top banner up with, so I end up using that yellow rectangle that actually doesn't work out, and I realized my mistake later, but at the time I thought the yellow bar would just kind of work, and I'd use that edge to create a margin on the right side. So I'm just laying that down. I really like the colors of this monthly kit. I really like navy, and especially like a navy and a pink combination, and I thought that this light green just looked really, really nice. And as you can see from my Erin Condren robe that's kind of peeking out in the corner that I'm wearing, I also really like florals. And actually my robe kind of matches in a way, has pink flowers and navy. Alright, so the next thing I'm doing is I'm actually going to lay down the date dots, and they're actually small date squares. I'm using a pair of tweezers with this, and I actually skip and leave out this whole section because it's very, very repetitive. So you can see that I've just skipped ahead. I've laid down all the dots, or the little squares, to cover up the dates and so that the colors match. And now I'm just filling in that last day in the calendar. That's actually, I think, September 1st. Since it's not part of August, I'm covering it up. And I'm really struggling with this one to get it straight. I like too that when you, or not I like, but I think it's funny, and I've seen this happen in other videos that people have filmed, that you, as the person laying down the sticker, don't think that it's straight, but when you're looking straight up at from the camera's point of view, everything looks straight. So it's like no big deal, but it is a big deal at that time. So I'm putting down my mom's birthday. Her birthday's August 4th, and this is more of a reminder for me to get her a card. We don't live in the same state, and since I don't get to see her very often, this is one of the few opportunities I have to just kind of express, that I love her and that I appreciate her, and the card is really important to her. The next thing I'm doing is I'm flipping back to the month of July to see when I get paid. So in July, I got paid every week, but starting in August, I'm only going to be paid bi-weekly, and so I was trying to figure out when that would start. And yes, I end up putting down the payday stickers on Thursday because I got confused and I thought that the planner was a Monday start and that this would be the Friday. Here's where I realized my mistake. I shift everything over to Friday. I'm using a pair of tweezers that I had laying around. I find that, especially with the small stickers, using the tweezers allows me to see more of the sticker as I'm laying it down, which then allows me to be more precise. I'm doing the sidebar now, and you'll notice that the Cricut Paper Co. kit has one long sidebar with 4 sets of checklists, and I end up cutting down to 2 checklists because while I like the idea of a full sidebar sticker, because it's just easier to lay down in my opinion, I don't use that many checklists at all. So here I'm deciding what color combination I want to go with, and I decide to go with the navy and the light pink. I didn't do the dark pink because of the flower that's right at the very top, and I thought that would just be too much pink in one area. Now, as I'm laying down the sticker, here's where I realize my mistake. So I realized that the sidebar does not line up with that top banner. And so in order for me to not cover up the dates and kind of cover up some of the actual monthly spread, I lay down the checklists in the sidebar, and then I actually have to peel up this whole top banner and reposition everything so that way on the right side the stickers line up, because that top banner, I had put it too far to the left and it was like a millimeter off, and that was going to bother me. One of the things that you have to remember if you have not worked with these vinyl type stickers before is that just like regular vinyl, when you're laying them down, they can hold on to air bubbles. So that's why I do a lot of like pressing and kind of smoothing out of the sticker just to make sure that the air bubbles disappear. It's just something to remember. I'm putting down Bill Do stickers because I like to have them all in one spot on the sidebar. I don't want to put them in the middle in the actual monthly layout because I don't have a whole lot of things to actually put in the sidebar, and then 2, I like having them in one spot. I do want to keep that September overview at the bottom visible. I don't want to cover it up, and so I'm only putting enough Bill Do stickers to reach that overview, and then I'm stopping, and so that ends up being 4. If I do have any extra Bill Do's that come up during the month, I will put those in the actual monthly spread. So that's it for the monthly spread. I don't have a whole lot going on. As you can see, to really kind of minimize the amount of extra like sticker paper I have, I took some of the extra small heart stickers from the first page and put them onto the second page, so that way I could throw away that first page. And I'll actually keep these monthly stickers. As you can see now, I'm putting them into the back of the Erin Condren into that pocket. And I'll just, as I need them, reach to the back and use and put down the stickers. So now for the notes page. I really like that this is matching. I'm really trying to utilize the notes page, and I also am really doing my best to try and match the notes page. I don't know, I just really like how that looks. Since this is the first notes page that I've actually put down that's from a kit, I'm trying to decide if I want to cover up that August banner or not. I end up covering it up, and what's nice is that this sticker goes basically across the width of the planner. So I just use the lines that are already on the page to kind of line everything up, and I lay the sticker down. And we'll watch me struggle with getting it straight. Alright. The next thing I do is put down the task tracker, because that's one really long sticker, and really big stickers are a lot easier than putting down lots of little stickers. I do a little bit of kind of playing around to see where I want this habit tracker, but I end up putting it at the bottom because I feel like it balances the page a little bit more. If I had the habit tracker at the top, I felt like it would have just been really top heavy. And you can see there, the sticker kind of fell onto the paper, and it was just really easy to peel right up and lay down again. It doesn't lose stickiness, it doesn't rip the page, so that's really nice. And I pull it back up and lay it back down. So here's where my kind of indecisiveness comes into play, because I'm trying to figure out, so on the page that I'm holding, there's a bunch of different categories, and I'm trying to figure out what categories I want to use. So there is a close-up of the categories. I don't really have a whole lot of birthdays other than my mom's. There's certain things that I feel like if I put them on the notes, monthly notes page, I also put them in my weekly layouts, and I just feel like that would be really, really repetitive, and I don't want to include it in multiple places. So I was trying to make things different. So I start to put down a sticker, and then I change my mind and I say, you know what, I'm going to use the circles. And I actually really like how the circles look. I know a lot of people don't like them. I do like them. So it's a little bit hard to see. I think you could see it briefly earlier, but on the page before this page is one of the weekly spreads, and there's 4 columns in that vertical layout on that page. And so because I can kind of see the shadow of those columns, I just use those columns to line up these 4 circles, and I feel that they're really nicely evenly spaced because of the kind of the lines I can see through on the other side. And I'm not saying the paper quality in the Erin Condren is bad, like you can't really notice it unless you have a lot of bright lights shining down on you. So I put the 4 circles down, and I decided that I was going to use 2 of the circles for highlights, like best of August, and then the other 2 circles will be gratitude or thankful, like 2 things that I'm thankful for this month. And so I'm using those little title headers, and I just place it right in between the 2 circles. Yeah, so if the monthly notes page kits that I use have these circles, I'll use them, and I can use them for highlights or gratitude or something. And if they don't have them, then I won't use them. But I just like the way that they look. I don't know, it's kind of a interesting take on the page. So here's where I get really confused, because those 3 checklists, I didn't realize it was, but it's actually one really long sticker, just like the habit tracker, and I didn't realize that. I thought that these category banners, like the one I'm laying down, were supposed to go on top of the checklist, but they didn't fit, and that's because they don't go together. They're actually separate. So I put those 3 checklists to the side. You don't see it in this video, but I do actually later on lay down that really long sticker with the 3 checklists. But right now I'm just kind of going back and forth and being really indecisive on what banners I want to use. So I first put down goals, and then I realized that goals is really general and not specific enough for me, because I want to have it really, I want it to be really clear what types of goals I'm working on, because I feel that will help me actually achieve these goals. So I decide on finances and health and wellness, or health and fitness. Those are the 2 banners that I end up putting down and then taking up. I think that was the goals one. And then I end up putting finances down. So some of the finance goals I have this month is to establish a budget and kind of stick to it. I'm going to try and go on a no spend or a low spend, and definitely want to minimize the amount of times I eat out, and that's mostly with like getting coffee or like getting a snack when I don't really need it, especially when I have food at home and when I have food that I bring with me for lunch, or if I've already eaten breakfast but I still feel a little like I need to eat, that sort of thing, just minimizing that. And the other one is health and fitness, which, exercising and training for a half marathon. So that is my notes page, and you can see all those little dots on that sticker page. I'll end up using those as bullet points that go underneath those category banners, and that just goes in the back pocket as well. So that's one last look at my notes page and one last look at my August monthly. Thanks for watching. Bye.